Hey. Oh, Daniel. It's going well. Actually, give me a second. I'll call you. I meant to call someone else. Like I was supposed to call him, and I click on your name first. So just give me maybe like 15 minutes, and I'll be with you. All right. Bye. Hey. Hey, Davey. Yeah. Yeah. Nice to talk to you too. Is your name's Davey, right? Yeah. And from your last name, you look like you're German. Dutch. Oh, okay. My bad. I'm French. If you couldn't figure out my accent. Yeah, but not from France. From Canada. Yeah. I'm sorry. Ju- yeah, absolutely. Just I just lower a little bit my volume. All right. So yeah, nice to talk to you. I know you've been like talking with me for a few months. Oh, look, here's my dog, Roxy. Roxy. She likes being on me while I code. It's her thing. So yeah, I saw your email a few months ago. I didn't forget you, and then I saw you roll back to me like one time or two. So I actually really appreciate it. But like when you wrote to me the first few times, I was like in such a rush. Like my other business, it was crazy. Like I was working from like the morning at to like 11 p.m. and then just doing that 7 days a week. It was like never ending rat race. So yeah, I sold. No, no, no. Exactly. But I think when you start your business, you're actually more of like when you start having employee. If you care about them, you're actually gonna be more of a slave to the to your own business because like if you want to make it work, you gotta work like insane amount of hours. It's well, or maybe I wasn't just too good at it, and I was working like I didn't take enough time to work smart, and I was working too hard. So that's my thing right now that I'm reflecting on is like really try to work smarter and a little bit less hard. I don't think that wasting all your energy every single day is the right thing to do. Well, I read that book like maybe 8 years ago. Like I read it a long time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like when I think I was a teenage. Like I must be like 18 or 19. I think that book was written in like 2007. But I've always been into the in the motivational world, and I listen to a lot of podcasts and things like that. But I hate the way most of them do it because they kind of sell you a dream of like financial independency and things like that, and it's not. I don't think it's the real world. You still gotta work hard, but I think to do it, you need to work hard in a smart way. So that's a bit like the what I'm trying to achieve with this new project of the 4 hour income, and we'll just see how it goes. I think I have a good basis with Big Monitor. The project's cool. There's already like it's already making money, so I can live with that income for a while, and absolutely, I'm still in contact with Patrick. Well, not on a day-to-day basis, obviously, but we've exchanged words. Like he left for a trip in Europe. I'm not sure if you were aware. Are you following his blog? No, oh, you should. The guy's cool. Really, you should really. I no, we've done the whole deal. No, we've done the whole deal through internet. Yeah, but it's one of the things that I'd really like to do is yeah, meet him in real life. The guy is and I think he's like a brain, that and he yeah, the way he approaches things is really really interesting. So yeah, I just keep an eye. Like I'm subscribed to his newsletter, and he's emailing once in a while, and I'm just following his story and wishing him the best. Oh, it wasn't too far, but like the transaction wasn't like if I had just like it took a week to meet him, it would have increased the cost by maybe 10K, and it wasn't like flight, hotel, and that like and don't forget like I'm in Canada, and the US dollar is quite expensive. So yeah, it just wasn't really. worth it while we could do everything online. So yeah, we closed the whole, but we used an escrow to as a third party, with the money, because obviously like we still have, like, he hadn't met me before, and it was actually pretty easy the way it all worked out. So yeah, you were there before Patrick. Like how many years with Big Monitor? A long, yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice. And are you more of like you follow other people's pick, or you're trying to sell your picks, or like like how do you use Pick Monitor? Okay, yeah, yeah. Hmm. So yeah, I'm just curious. Are you betting on sports, or you're just trying to? Okay, so you're not only trying to figure out a good algorithm, but you're actually trying to make it work with your own money. So that's interesting. Okay, just give me a second. Oh, okay. So you're developing a new a new algorithm, or it's the same one that you're just you keep working to like upgrading the same algorithm. I know there's a tool, what's it called? I forgot the name. Where you can make scenarios, like you can test out a whole bunch of scenarios. They have like do you know which tool I'm talking about? There's only one that's like that. Like you can say, okay, I want to know. Let's say I bet every single time with this exact system. Let's say like the team plays two, like only NFL, and they lost last game. It was ATS plus two, blah blah blah, and what it was real. Okay, you don't use it. It was, yeah. I've actually contacted them because I was actually looking at maybe buying their business, because I thought it would just merge with Pick Monitor so good, but they never got back to me, so kind of let that go. No, well, I've wrote to them twice. The first time never had an answer. Wrote them another time, and like 3 months after that, they answered back. Then I replied, and nothing came out of it. So I don't know. I think the guy just let. I'm not actually too sure what's up with this, but it's actually I've tested the tool. It was pretty cool. Yeah. So yeah, you want to get involved with big monitors. So how do you like? Do you just want to do grading, or you'd like to moderate, or like what's what yeah, okay. Are you programming? Are you a programmer, or like okay? What's your yeah? Nice, cool. And just I think we're gonna get along pretty well, because give me a second. Cool. Um, yeah, yeah. So where was I? Yeah, yeah. Okay, so because you were talking about algorithm, I don't know how you guys are developing your algorithm. Do you have like do you know the technical aspect? Like, are you is there a Python, or like what's the language behind it? The other guy. Okay. Yeah. Okay, because one thing that could be interesting for us to look at, I was thinking with Pick Monitor, because currently there is an algorithm on Pick Monitor, and it's actually a winning algorithm. It's just, yeah, it's just not shown, and it's quite interesting the way it works. So just let me pull out. Can you see my screen right now? Oh, okay, so I'll just pull out Pick Monitor, and Big monitor. I have a new keyboard layout, and I have to get used to it. It's not QWERTY. No, what's that? No, pig.io. Okay, I'll take a look at it after the stream. Well, actually, I can take a look. Pig.io. Oh, okay. Pig with an I. P-I-C-K. Like this. P-Y-C-K. It's okay, it's okay. I can paste it in the. Oh, it's not an IO with. Okay. Okay, .com. Okay, I got it. Looking for the best tips. Check. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how. Yeah, the way PicMonitor does it is quite interesting because so you see here the like on PicMonitor, maybe I think I'm sharing the screen. Am I sharing the screen on Skype so you have no delay? I do that. This share screen. Yep. All right. So you'll have no delay with on Skype. So okay, you see these 5 stars. A lot of people right now are complaining because I get a few emails like people buy packages and they say, oh yeah, but my picks like they're never graded, But the thing is, this algorithm is really like unbiased. It has nothing to do with either you're paying or not paying. It's really looking at there's a big algorithm behind it which tells the user whether it's a good pick or not. And if, like, let's say you close your eyes and every single time you see a 4-star or 5-star pick, okay, and you just bet on it, you would be making, I think, a 2% return on investment profit. And if you would only take the 5 stars, I think it's a 3 or 4% return on investment over, like, I'm speaking over like hundreds of picks, and even thousands of picks. And the way, yeah, 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 it's over. I think like, oh, I think I'd have to go check back, but I think like like 4 stars obviously, and 4 stars and up, it's I think 3 or 4, between 3 and 4 thousand, and 5 stars they're more rare. It's maybe like 1,000, or but it's still good. You get a few picks every day. You get a few picks, and the way this algorithm works, it's so interesting. It's not me that did it. It's Patrick, and I have like that. That's where I really I had lots of when I read the code, I was like, oh, this guy is smart because he turned the way people are trying to achieve it. So instead of looking at let's say taking NFL and looking at the teams and looking at the player and doing a bunch of big analysis on the upcoming games, this right now this algorithm doesn't even care about the player, the team name. It only cares about the handicapper. So based on the like trends on of the different handicappers, based on their past results on this specific bet type, what is the likelihood of that pick to be a winner? So it really has nothing to do with the game itself. It has everything to do with, yeah, it's a and there are, I think, 3 million picks that were made on Pick Monitor throughout his history. So it's a huge load of data that can be crunched down. And he told me that this algorithm isn't finished. There's still work that can be done on it. And I think if we would take this algorithm and we would merge it, so this plus game analysis, player analysis, injuries, sometimes the market is out of line, too many people are betting for a certain type of player, blah blah blah. So yeah, I think there's huge potential there to make an algorithm that truly works, that is that is 100% transparent, you know, and then we could just, you know, it's the pick monitor AI, which can be sold to the whole user base, and everybody wins, you know. So so that's something I was eventually going to look at in you know, the ideas that I had for but you see, like, I'm looking at this pick right now, you know, Boston Bruins versus Carolina Hurricanes by Treeman 789. I don't know. I cannot tell you right now why this pick is 0 star, because it looks good to me. I click on it. I'm like, wow, the guy over like, yeah, but there are reasons, right? Right. But I think, I don't know. I look at this pick. I feel like it's a good one, but I'd have to dig down into the algorithm why it doesn't tell the user that this pick is a good one. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm just looking at the numbers. I'm like, the guy looks solid. So, but yeah, so and the right now in the database, obviously it's not 5 stars, you know, it's like a rating on I think 1,000, and depending on a whole bunch of factors, but maybe some factors are too harsh, maybe some are so. And what's interesting is that I can back test the whole thing. So if I, you know, tweak the algorithm, I could just run a test, and then we would see what the difference is and what the difference in units would be at the end of the, if we tweak the algorithm. So yeah, these are interesting things that it's not like one of my top priorities right now, but obviously if there's an interest on you, and maybe I can provide some data, you know, I can help you guys with whatever, and then we can see how we can make it worth it financially for everybody. um Yeah, right now I actually I don't bet on any sports. But obviously if we would develop something that would be profitable, like 100% sure, I would definitely consider it. For some reason, I feel like I would be kind of in a conflict of interest, and I would be maybe I would start getting emotionally invest in it, while not betting on any sports makes me really impartial in the way I look at it. You know, it's only numbers, and whether it works or it doesn't, but there's none of my money involved. So I'm not really sure that I'd like it to get involved in into betting myself if Pick Monitor's working. I don't know why I would risk it, but and yeah, as I said, I think the fact of getting emotionally invested would not be something that would be good. So yeah, maybe I'm wrong, but that's something that would have to think yeah, to think before doing on the impact, other than, you know, okay, maybe it's you know, it's making a few bucks here and there, but is it really worth it to be yeah, involved emotionally, and maybe breaking some of my logic when I develop stuff. So yeah. So yeah. So what I can do right now is let me pull up the database. I'll show you a little bit how the grading system works. Monitor. So I'm it off screen. It has some sensitive information. Remind me. Oh, it's soccer system, right? Your And by the way, just so you know, I know we said on Pick Monitor that the odds feed was changed to Pinnacle, but they actually, I was so mad. We spent like 2 months developing their API, and then like a few weeks after we launched it, they sent us an email. They plugged the access, and yeah, they said we didn't refer them enough traffic, and yeah, and after like only a month and something, and yeah, they said they wanted like 5K a month for their API, and I was like, ooh, okay, I think I'm gonna pass on it. So yeah, I'm a little bit stuck with this right now, where yeah, it, like past week I think it happened, and so we switched. That's why there was a little problem last week, because I think there were NFL games missing, because we had to switch back to 5 times. So yeah, that really sucked. There was like so much effort put into like uh, I was really yeah, it fixed so many issues like but you know, it happens. All right, so just give me a second. Display name equal soccer system. So, all right, if you go to your account and refresh the page, you should see grade. Okay, cool. So the way it works, so you click on it. So yeah, you have here the page with that basically answers most. It's like an FAQ for the for the grading. So how it works. So you know, sometimes there's it's not only the score that you need to enter, but sometimes it's a boolean answer like does this I don't know like this X team advances during a tournament. That these are things that can happen. So this page basically answers pretty much everything. And then at the top, the only things that you will see is the sports which have currently ungraded games. So if you click on baseball, you'll see there are currently 3 games that are ungraded. So basically, it's pretty simple. Copy this. There are some links here that you can click, and then you look for the games. Most of the time, what you'll find out is that um, the the reason why it's not graded is that the name will be slightly different in maybe let's take this one. Just we'll see why this one was graded, because usually yeah, okay, so there you go. So this is the reason. So usually what I can do, but I'll have to do, I have to see how I can do it for you. I could actually make it automated on that page, but just on the database, I just yeah. So here, what you can see on my screen is that there's a table which contains the pick monitor name and then the flash score name. So what I can do is so I'll do it for this one. So I'm gonna copy this. Actually, uh, I just want to see it online. I think I'm streaming too much, right? Like there's Skype and there's OBS. Well, okay, so basically, since it's not loading, I would simply need to enter here like baseball, and then copy here the, let's say this, and then here I would type in I would copy paste the flash score name, and that would make it so that the next time the script runs, it would associate. Yeah, there you go. So so the more I add things to that table, the smarter the grading system gets, and yeah, it's at the end it should help make the grading almost 100% automated. So that's a new feature actually. The thing with the name, the name that are getting compared, there's only like a few entries, like 36, but yeah, the more we add, the better it gets. And finally, yeah, there's no, that's not much. I just started using it this week actually. So um, yeah, and finally there's fix, and sometimes fix is as people will report grading errors, and the way they can do it, you know how that works. When you click there, oh well, actually the game's not over, but sometimes there's a report grade error. Have you ever seen that? Okay. Yeah, so when people click on that, they can enter the score, and then it gets reported to us. We verify obviously that the grading is what the correct outcome is, and then we just save that. So yeah, and if you make any mistake, you can always go back to my grades, and you'll see what like everything that you've done in the past, and you just can edit and save it at the bottom of the page. um, One thing to know is that so yeah, if a game is canceled, sometime it will happen. You mark it as cancel, and but this thing it does nothing. So don't use it. It's something that Patrick started developing and never finished. So no, I mean a grade with caveats. This is not something that it doesn't do anything. So just don't. Actually, I'll just add a reminder. So remove the grading caveats. Pardon me. Yeah, most of the time it's either you grade them or you mark them as cancel. Yeah, and at the second, let's say it's there, you'll notice the second you type one, and then you see it's skipped to grade game. So usually you don't have to touch this menu. You just enter the score, submit grading, and it does the job. So yeah, that's pretty much. And I gave you enough, but with the moderation, you'll see grade, but you'll also notice that when you're in the forum, there will have a new menu here. Okay, so actually, that's another reminder. I need to remove. So just open up oh yeah, okay. No, you can actually listen. As long as you're not doing anything, foolish with these responsibility. I don't mind you having, you want to get involved. It's like I believe that um, the way I work in the past and the day. It always worked out for me is I trust people first. I give people my trust, and then as long as the other side uphold that trust, I see no reason why that I shouldn't I trust you. So yeah. So it just feature thread doesn't do anything, but the closed thread so closed thread will the thread will stay on the forum, but it will be just I just use this button. Let's say there's lots of drama going on. I used it once, I think. So there was two users that kept that kept going back and forth and throwing insult at each other. Yeah, it was I forgot his name. Oh, the guy was crazy. He even like wrote to me in private. He was like, I work with the CRA government, blah blah blah, and I'm gonna investigate your taxes. And I was like, okay, do whatever you wish, buddy. IP ban. Yeah, that's only me that can do it. With if ever there's really a user that's just completely out of line, I can just IP ban that person. And also one thing that I look out for, so there are a few users that are acting like the police, which is good. Okay, so what they'll do sometimes is that they'll look to other members which are suspicious, especially people that pick in tennis, because sometimes what happens is that the tennis game will start before the picks closes on pick monitor. They will wait the game, and then they'll bet they'll make pick on pick monitor. So and it's obviously a winner because the game's over. So so yeah, and so sometimes what you'll see is that they pick one unit, 2 units on every game, and suddenly on a single game they'll bet 5 units on the winner, the like the money line, the handicap, and the over under 5 units, 5 units, 5 units. So like yeah, not only is that suspicious, but I have I don't know what people are thinking, but I have in my database the timestamps of every single pick, so I can compare, is the pick made after the game was officially ended on the website. And if it's so, I currently use a 3 strike system. So the first time I'm not going to ban outright. I'm going to void the picks, and I'm going to send a message telling the user like don't ever do that again. The second offense, I'll just ban it. But when I say 3 strikes, it's more of a, let's say on the forum. So the first time he does that, the second time he goes on the forum and insults somebody or whatever, I'll give him a second notice. But the third one, no matter what it is, you're out. So that's a way. So there's currently another user that's helping me with all of this. Yeah, Deeper Dan. Okay, so you're really you're really following everything in Pokemon. I love it. I love it. So what we could do with the same thing as Deeper Dan is we could write a small thing on the forum telling hey, this user is your name on it's Soccer System. So Soccer System will be helping out for the grading, and that's the he's been with Big Monitor for XY amount of time, and he'll be helping us moderate and grade picks. So if you have any question, you can contact him as well. And yeah, so and I think I maybe on Skype, because I have Skype. Actually, I have to call Daper Dan right after this call. Maybe you could do a small group, so if anything comes up, there's a problem with, I don't know, so sometimes there's a script that's bug, or we can all chat together, and it makes the communication much easier. Good. And what I can do with you is the same thing that I did with Daper Dan. So I, in exchange for the effort that you put in, I can give you the total, like the biggest package, which is the total access plus what is it, the all access. Actually, you'll have access to everything on Big Monitor. That'd be good with you? Yeah, that's a nice. I can actually do that right now. Soccer system, and total business plus all access. So you'll have access to website builder. You'll have access to well, to everything on the platform. So uh, so I put until 2022. I have to remember in 2022 to remove to upgrade that to. All right. So all right. Well, that was nice talking to you. What I would do is hang up the call because I'd like to call Vapor Dan. Obviously, you're welcome in my chat. Like the YouTube channel. We currently have 13 followers. uh, oh, including you. Damn, I need to find more followers. It's yeah. Yeah, but I'm yeah, but I'm really because most of YouTube channel they're buying even Twitch channel, most of people are buying subscribers, and yeah, oh yeah, you can look at this, you can buy subscribers, it's so cheap. Like, but no, I'm not. That's why I'm saying I don't care about YouTube subs. I'll show you. You can buy subs, you can buy views, you can buy like everything. But I'm like, I think it's ridiculous to do that. You're lying to yourself. So you see like $15, 50 YouTube subscribers. Yeah, people are buying anything online. So I want to build a real channel, not something that's made up out of fake views and fake lies. So yeah, every single sub that I'm gonna get is a real human being that decided to click on that button and enjoy the ride with me. So all right, it was nice talking to you, and uh, I'll talk with Daper, and after I'll invite you in a group chat on Skype so that we can all talk together. All right. Yeah. Yeah. What's your time zone right now? Okay. Okay. Cool. So it's currently 2 p.m. So yeah, 5 hours. It's not that bad. I'm in Montreal. Yeah, sorry, Montreal is in Quebec, which is on the east of. We're the only French-talking province in Canada. Yeah, they all speak English. Like the whole west of Canada speaks English, and then you have on the south the United States. So we're alone in America to speak French. Oh, tu parles un petit peu français. Nice. Nice. Well, we actually have to learn English here because we're just never gonna make it anywhere out of our borders if we only speak French. So it's kind of a must. All right, so I'll leave you there. Thanks a lot for the chat, and we'll stay in contact. Bye. Hey, Dan, can you hear me correctly? I cannot. Uh, I cannot hear you. Yeah, I can. What's up? I'm doing great. Thanks for taking the time to talk to me. So yeah, there's so much stuff that happened since the last time we spoke. I have a kid in the back. Had to take care of him. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, like lots of things happened, but now things kind of settled down. You know, the dust is starting to fall, and I'm ready to attack for real this time the new version of Pick Monitor. So I was actually just talking with another user. It's a soccer system on Pick Monitor. Maybe it sounds a bell. Yeah, he's one of well, no, he was just a normal users, but actually he wrote to me actually after the blog post that I sent about you becoming, you know, part of the team. I sent he sent me a message as telling me, hey, I'm also interested, but in the European time zone. So he's in the Netherlands. So and he's more interested, you know, in soccer and tennis and yeah. So we just had a chat. He wants to, you know, help it with the grading, help with the forum, and help, you know, just make big money, make big monitor. I was about to say great again. Yeah, definitely. So we had a chat. So yeah, so basically, I just wanted to have you know to I know we haven't spoken in a while. I'm actually going full time right now on Pick Monitor, so I'm actually going to stream the whole thing on Twitch and YouTube. Maybe have you read the announcement I made on the forum? Oh, oh, it's okay. It's the same thing as Yeah, exactly. It's exact same thing as YouTube. YouTube, you can have there's YouTube normal and there's a YouTube Live. So that's what I'm currently using. So I'm just doing it on both platforms just to reach out a little bit more person. So yeah, so basically, I just want to say, you know, what's up, and if there's, you know, anything you can you know, now I'll be really like involved in the day to day of Pick Monitor. So I'll be you know, that I showed you. Yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah, yeah. Okay, nice. I'm just curious. Yeah. Nah, well, actually, one thing that happened last week or the week before that, Pinnacle Sports actually kind of screwed us hard. So yeah, they pulled out. Yeah, and it was like, God, I cannot tell you how frustrated I was because, you know, I paid a web developer to implement that during like 2 months, and then, you know, it was only 1 month in, and then they said, oh, we don't have enough you know, we don't have enough traffic and blah blah blah. So they just, you know, pulled out the plug, and it was quite frustrating. And then I asked them, okay, but I'm actually ready to pay for the odds fee, just, you know, tell me a reasonable price. And they said 5K a month. Yeah, five 5K a month. I mean, the plat. I wish I was making 5K a month, but yeah, that's what I was trying. Yeah, and then I talk with what are they called? It's a Don's Best Sports. but they don't want to do business with us because we're kind of a competitor. And then I've talked with txodds.com, but it's still like 2K a month, and it's like, the platform is not making that much money. So there's no way for me to afford that kind of for nah, that's the thing. It's Yeah, some people complain, but you know what? It's not that bad. It's mostly reliable. Sometimes we have some issues, but I'd say overall that I'm satisfied with Five Dimes. It's more what Pinnacle allowed us to do that Five Dime doesn't is that in the same feed we would have the upcoming games, but we would also have the results. So 100% of the games was graded by Pinnacle, which was awesome because we actually had no more grading issue. So right now, since we're back to Five Dimes, the way it works is that we need to scrape the web. So for every single league, we need to go on different websites to look out for the results. And when the Olympics came, it was hell because actually I had to hire someone in India because every single match of whatever sports in the Olympics, I had to manually enter the result. Yeah, so I was like, no way I'm doing that. I called up someone, like I went on a website, found someone in India, and the guy was working full time at entering results, like 24 hours a day. Yeah. But with Pinnacle, we didn't have that kind of issue. But the Olympics, it's once every 4 years. It's not like it's yeah. Yeah, yeah, actually, it's not even that hard. What they expect is five funded sign up per 3 months. Yeah, yeah, funded. So yeah, but here's the yeah, but here's the twist. The thing is that they do not accept players from the US. So and like 90% of Pick Monitor's traffic is from the US, which makes it yeah, it's quite let's say uncomfortable. But well, I mean, the way I see it is that I'm trying to make a plan right now, so to exactly know how I'm going to implement the new version like as soon as possible. I'd like not to take a whole year to do that, but it's not something that can be done too quickly. So I'm just right now thinking about the quickest way to do that. But as soon as I can change the business model and put that online, I want to put money in marketing so that the marketing user comes, we attract more traffic and traffic out of the US. So really focus on the European side, and with these people, if they can sign up on Pinnacle, then we get their feed, and then all our yeah, yeah, yeah. So actually I'm talking to you, and I'm thinking at the same time. I think the way I'll do things is that I think I'll change the colors of Pick Monitor, put the new logo, and only touch the business model on the current website, and then I'll be developing the new website. So this way we can get to work quicker, and not wait the whole development cycle, which will take like I expect this to take at least a good 6 months of full-time coding to yeah. So the new platform, the way I see, there are a few features I need to lay them down, but one thing that's really important for me is having some contests. So that's something that I want people to be able to come on Pick Monitor and win something. I think it's important for our kind of websites to be able to do that. That's yeah, exactly. Survivor pools, underdog a month. So and we'll figure out like a few contest types that can be automated, and handled by moderation team like really easily. So that's something that I want to put in. I want to like rework the whole forum, because right now it's like a bunch of threads that are all piled up together. I want also so that's another. Okay, I'm gonna shoot you an idea, okay, and tell me what you think about it. So I know that betting in the actually betting in the U.S. is not illegal. What's illegal is bank taking money from bookmakers. Okay, so were you aware of that? The what? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's actually amazing. But still, let's say you want to allow betting on your platform, you need to get the state's licensing. So, and that costs a lot, and they take a lot of money, and blah blah blah. Yeah, exactly. So, but what I was thinking is, imagine, okay, so PickMonitor represents, I think for most users, a website where you can trust the information on the website, right? It's people go on PickMonitor to have valid information, and I think it's proven that the information is correct. So, what I was thinking is leveraging that, and let's say that I would create a package, okay, for $20 a month. What you could do is bet between users, okay, but peer to peer. So you, Daniel, you're going to find another user that's interested into betting on the same game, and you will have a gentleman agreements on the way you're gonna get, the way you're gonna get paid, the way exactly. So I was thinking of a way where, and it would work on a reputation. So on a reputation basis. So let's say there's a new user, he has no reputation at all. So he will need to work his reputation up to in order to be able to, for other users to try. So anyway, I was and the $20 a month would be used to verify the identity. So literally I would validate. There would be like multiple level of verification, but the first one would be email. But then you could verify your phone number, and then you could even have, like, the third level would be something like you could have a Skype call with me, so that I can validate that you are a unique user using this account. And if you ever try to scam another user, so you lose a bet and you do not pay up, you're out of the platform forever, and there's no way for you to come back. Yeah, I think it's and Pick Monitor would be taking 0%, so there would be no juice. So since it's peer to peer, it's like, okay, I'm gonna pay you using either Bitcoins or PayPal or whatever, and then but there's no juice. You choose the line, you agree to the line, and that's let's say there's $100 on the line, and that's it. And then maybe, yep. Exactly. And at this point, there's no boundaries, and there's no nothing illegal about this. It's all, it's a gentleman agreement, and Pick Monitor is only there to handle cases where somebody doesn't pay up. Doesn't pay up. I validate that it's true, and then we just kick him out of the website. And what's gonna stay is good people. It will create a exactly, exactly. And maybe if that ends up working well, then maybe Pick Monitor could look at being an escrow. So before the game starts, both users sends whatever amount to Pick Monitor. Pick Monitor validates the funds, and once the game is over, Pick Monitor pays the winner. But Pick Monitor is not a bookmaker. It's only there to make sure that whatever was agreed upon, like between the two entity, then the Pick Monitor has the money and then can pay up the winner. So yeah, that's a feature that I had in mind for the second version. Uh, but yeah, Yeah, it's just, implementing that will take a lot of time. It's not something, and I'm alone. I have to do like everything, the testing, the SEO, the marketing and whatnot. So yeah, 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 no worries. Yeah, well, that's pretty much. I'm just throwing out the ideas out there. So yeah, I'll you know what, I'll leave you to it. I want to start making my plan, installing everything on my. I have a new computer and a new setup, so I want to get that going. But what I'd like to, well, you don't. Actually, you're on YouTube right now, but you're alone with me. I have no one watching. but yeah. Well, we all have to start somewhere. So what yeah, so every day from I'll try to be live around 12, well, noon, and up to 8 p.m. Every evening. So I'll try to maintain that schedule. I'm not used to talk that much, so maybe my voice is gonna get a little bit. I don't know if I can handle that long of speaking to myself and to a few people in the chat. Yeah, but yeah, exactly. But I'll try to make it work. I've seen other people do it. I think it's really interesting, and I'm doing it in a larger project, which is sorry, my nose is itching. I'm doing it a larger project, which is I want I created the 4 hour income. So basically, is I want to show people that, hey, we can take, everybody can take a project, program it, make it happen, and here's the whole process, not just a story where people's trying to sell you that you can work 4 hour a week and it happens magically. It's more of a like, I'm gonna build something automated, create passive income. But you're gonna see me live on the day to day. So I think that's a little bit of the idea behind the 4 hour project. And what I'll do is, I think when I get live, I think I'll add the small pop up on Pick Monitor so that people can join and know that I'm live. Because right now, I think that nobody's well, few peoples are aware. I had 3 or 4 people jump in during the day, but yeah, I'd obviously like to have a little bit more traffic. Nice. Yeah, yeah. That okay. We could set that up quickly. So if you have a few articles, start laying them down. And what I'll do is that as soon as, let's say, you have 2 or 3 articles ready, we I could create, like, since Pinnacle kind of ditched us, I'll just remove them from the menu and we'll replace that with a blog. And we can even make like dance blog, or like something that's really stand out, so that I want this not only be profitable for Pick Monitor, I want this to be profitable for you. So if you can get some rep out of this, that would be cool. So maybe we could call it Dave's Corner, or I don't know, maybe think about something clever that would attract people, so that you can benefit from that. That's it's important for me. So, all right. So I'm just curious. You said your work right now. You work in a museum. That's right. Oh, okay. So basically that's what. So okay, okay. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And you do that like full time or part time, or. Oh. Okay. And okay. Really. That's funny. Oh, really? Really? Oh my God. Wow. It's yeah, to say the least. All right, so hey, what I'll do is I'll create a Skype group so that you and I think the other one is called yeah, he's called Davey. So I'll create a group so that we can all chat together. So if there's anything that comes up, we can just hit each other up. Maybe we can have you know, some calls. And I really want to get Pick Monitor, you know, going and be you know, successful. So I'll excellent. Excellent. Nice to hear. So I'll leave you to your day. And it was nice talking with you. Bye. Yeah. Oh, there's two viewers on Twitch. Two viewers on Twitch. Hey, what's up? Who's on Twitch? I want to know who the lurkers are. Let me stream chat at Osmin92. What's up, buddy? Nice to meet you. Are you from Fake Monitor? And you did the follow button. That I like that. I have to set up the different alerts. No, so where are you from, Cosmin? You just from Twitch, I guess. You just dropped into dropped into the chat from Twitch. You saw the 4 hour income and you like the idea. There you go. That's it. You know about the book, The 4 Hour Work Week? I'm not sure if you said yes to Twitch. No. Okay. So okay. So well, basically, I'll just give you a quick. You know, since we're alone, I'm on YouTube and Twitch, but you're my man. I think there's someone else, but I've spoke with him a bit earlier. Yeah. So basically, I had a business that I sold just like a few weeks ago, and I like I had 10 employees. You know, I built that business from nothing, but I was working so hard every single day, 7 days a week. I would get up, you know, at 8 a.m. and I would get back home at 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. and you know, I would barely see my wife, and we would, you know, basically I would be working way too hard, and I would have no time for me, and I did that during many years. But you know, it ended up being successful. I sold it, but now I want to start working smart and not not that I don't want to work hard, but I want that my hard work be smart all the time. So, and one way to do that is, you know, to build tools, digital tools that are automatable, so that you know, there's some passive income that comes in, and when I put in some work, it just helps scale that passive income. So where I'm at right now is that I have Pick Monitor, the website that you see here, and Pick Monitor is a business that I acquired. It's already running. It has 1,000 active members right now. It's a website where users can buy and sell sports pick, but I want to build it into something much bigger. So when I bought it, you know, it was the first project from an American, but you know, he was tired of running it, and but I think that this website, it's great, but there are there are problems within the business model, and the branding is pretty poor. So I want to, you know, make I basically the second version of this website, and that's pretty much the project over the next two the next two actually, I mean the next 6 months. So maybe what I could do is show you. Are you still with me, right? Just making sure I'm not talking to myself. I can show you the on InVision. Hey, you there? And we got a third viewer. What's up? Don't talk to yourself. All right, so let me pull out the new website, so what it's gonna look like. So Pick Monitor is basically, you know, it's a sports website, but if you look at it right now, the main problem that I see with it is that there's too much information, too many buttons. And it's not alive, you know. In the sports business, in the entertainment business, you know, you're supposed to stand out, and yeah, there's a bit of red here, but I don't think it's enough. So let me just pull up the new design, which is here, InVision, and tell me if you like it. Because at the end of the day, if I am the only one who likes it, it's not good enough. Right, so there you go. This will be the new homepage. So, you know, we